Oh, hi there. I'm so glad you're here. It's your host, Magic Mirror. Well, the DLC is barely 2 weeks away, isn't it? Are we all pretty hyped for that? Guess I'd better get down to brass tacks and start getting my build ready, huh? Oh, and now that we're set up and have a live stream, let's go ahead and link it to people in case they might be interested. Oh, hey, thanks for joining. So glad to have you here. Sorry about your earbuds. Were they expensive ones? Are they going to be tough to replace? Well, I guess they don't always make those the most high quality and durable, so. Yeah, I don't know what kind of budget you're looking at. I got mine on Amazon for like $20. That's rough. I've had a pair that I stepped on before. That was that was the end of that. It was fine though. I didn't really I don't know, usually when I listen to things, I don't have like headphones or anything. I have this like cheap headset that I use for streaming, and that's about it. Hello there. Thanks for joining. Sorry, I can't necessarily understand what you're typing out, but it's great to have you. Favorite area in Eldenring? Just off the top of my head, I really like Samog. You fooled me into thinking you were a new Chinese fan of Magic Mirror. probably Noxtella Eternal City. I really like Noxtella. I think it's really like cinematic when you like drop down into there. I think it's cool that like a bunch of people are still living there. And the lore behind it is cool too. Oh yeah, the Ashen Capital? Yeah, that was pretty surprising the first time I unlocked the rune of Destined Death and everything literally burnt to ashes in Lanedell. I liked getting to fight Gideon, the All-Knowing, too, because he was a total douchebag. Nice, I'm glad you actually tried DS3. Oh yeah. Club is a solid choice in any Souls or Elden Ring. Yeah. Yeah, gotta love the signature scream. I recognize the second kanji. I'm afraid I don't recognize the first one. Is it just Nihao? I like how if you get far enough away, a boss is just like, alright, later, and teleports away from you. Nice. Yeah, when I thought about it twice, I realized that the onyomi for the second kanji in Nihao is red coal, but I remembered that coal is how in Mandarin. Yeah, I don't remember any language classes that I took before college. I took Japanese in college, but I took French in middle school and freshman year of high school, and I remember very little of that. I can only imagine how much worse it would be like in elementary school, which I frankly don't remember a lot of in the first place. Ah, Black Knife. A favored Toma weapon. Okay, I think this is a pretty good Talisman, yeah. Yep, fuck it. We're going for it. Huh. What shows have I been watching lately? It's definitely a lot of levels. I don't know, I was just tired of risking losing 300,000 runes, so I decided I might as well burn them and get myself ready for Lane Dell, which I usually do around level 65 to 70. Yeah, I feel like any change in a schedule, like if you're learning like a language or something, and suddenly you have any like gap or whatever in your learning, that'll kind of fuck you over. Oh god, speaking of getting fucked over. As far as like serial TV shows go, there are a lot of them that I like, but I haven't. Yeah, Smiling Friends is one I like a lot, but I've only watched season 1, and of course, Smiling Friends Go to Brazil. I've not seen any of season 2 yet, except for the famous Gwimbly episode. I've been watching Shogun. It's interesting. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm super excited to catch up on season 2. Like, it's... I don't know. I just like that type of humor. I like a lot of Adult Swim shows, like, even if some of them are objectively terrible, like 12 Ounce Mouse. You always have your Smiling Friendses, your Tim and Eric's, your Ventures brothers, etc. Hell yeah. Is it actually good? I watched it. I like tried a couple of episodes out, and it just wasn't making me laugh, and it wasn't like intriguing me. Like, I don't have to like just be laughing constantly when I'm watching like a comedy show, but there has to be some kind of like concept that draws me in. Yeah, come to think of it, that's a pretty old Adult Swim show. Like, Yeah, I feel like I play way more video games, and read probably more manga, than I do television shows. Oh shit, Space Ghost is great. Space Ghost is, one of my favorites from that show. I was, like, watching it, like, as it came out when I was, like, 5 years older. Well, not 5 years old, but, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 or whatever, because my parents would usually let me stay up really late. And let me just say, it's way better as an adult. Well, you've told me one thing about 12-ounce mouse. It's that, in your opinion, it tones. And I respect your opinion. Well, I don't feel like I had a lot of options at that point. Yeah, big arm guy is one of my one of my key weaknesses in this game. Oh yeah, it hurt terribly, I'm sure. And this is exactly why well, I mean, you heard her shouting out in character voice too. Blah, blah, blah. I've been playing too many massively multiplayer online RPGs lately, and I think I'm trying too hard to, like, leash NPCs. Probably should not rely on that too much. Because I don't think these imps are going to de-aggro me at any point. Okay. My opinion on Terraria is that I love it, and it's a really fun game. I wouldn't say I'm the best at Terraria, Um, but it's super fun. Let's get to it. What's your secret to owning the big revenants? Does it have anything to do with not constantly panic rolling like I do every time I'm confronted with them? Oh yeah, big guy's going down. Oh yeah, that's right. You can yeah, holy damage is more effective against them. And if you use a healing spell, it actually does like huge damage to them, kind of like in a retro RPG. That didn't hurt that bad. That was only a moderate head crush. Sweet. It is the weird Great Axe, known as the Duelist Great Axe, which scales better with dexterity, despite being a colossal weapon. Yeah, roguelikes are really good. I'm not great at them. My friend Samog here could probably tell you more about them than I could. But I love Ancient Domains of Mystery, like NetHack, Dungeon Crawl, Stone Soup. I've been getting into Noita a little bit. Yeah, they're a great genre. I see. That makes a lot of sense. All you have to do is just clear your mind of worldly distractions, and then you can kill the arm-flailing revenant, dude. Yeah, my friend Melanie ascended recently in Noita. So she's been talking a lot about it, and apparently, yeah, chainsaws are super good. Being able to heal yourself is super important. Dunk or Slam has videos explaining the mechanics. I'll have to check them out. Yeah, the stagger on Unsheath is crazy. And I mean, as a weapon art, it's like literally all about just waiting for that perfect time and unleashing it. Um, so here's a great question. What am I missing? How do I unlock the door at the end of the hallway? Oh. Oh, you know what? If I recall correctly, I think killing the duelist actually unlocks the boss door here. Yeah. Yeah, all of my Noita runs so far have ended in me just kind of like being killed by the slow attrition of losing health and dying. Damn, that cone goes hella far. Goodbye. Yeah, I think probably what I would need to do was like get a basic idea of like how the substances in Noita interact. I suppose that makes intuitive sense that they would be weak to fire damage. It's all good. I am most likely going to remember this next time I play Noita, so I'll probably have a better time. Haha, froze the freezing guy. Well, that was pretty slick. That was not slick. Did you not know about that? I think you have to get in there to... I think you have to kill him to get in. Yeah, no, we'll be fighting a draconic tree sentinel before too long. Okay, so like chainsaw would be similar to like in Binding of Isaac, like an item that like dramatically increases your like tier production rate. Okay, makes sense. I can see why that would be super, super OP. It's part of why I'm super excited to have mass casting speed in this game too. Yeah, chainsaw plus double sounds insane. Oh, let's see, what else do I need to kill? Godskin boy. Is there like a really brief input window for it? Like, do you have to like input one spell and then input the other one super fast, or can you set it up beforehand? Rude. You're not supposed to jump away from my attack. You're supposed to jump into it. Hello. Alright. How the fuck was that not a parry? Excuse me. Cast a spell at the back of the wand, huh? Okay. Kind of makes sense in theory. Okay, Millicent is not at the Church of the Plague anymore. So she's probably here? Oh, hi there.
Ah, we meet again.
Sorry my halbert's in
truth,
your
it's been
face.
smooth sailing for me. The scarlet rot has stilled since last we met. As such, I've been able to continue my journey. Though rather vexingly, I realized that if I still had my sword arm, I could have aided you in battle.
Need a sword
Now
arm,
I'm
huh?
tracing the path Melania took after unleashing the power of the scarlet rot during her battle with General Radahn in the Caelid Wilds.
Well,
I
that
should
sounds like
to meet
fun.
her. This vanished woman. I think she's in the north, in the lands that lie beyond the Erd Tree.
I mean, I've played a little bit of Noita, so I kind of know what you mean. But that's a tech that I just haven't learned about in practice yet. So, like you say, I'm probably just gonna look up a video next time I play Noita, which will probably be soon since Melanie has been recommending it pretty avidly.
Now, I'm tracing the path Melania took. She's passed into the lands that lie beyond the Erd Tree.
Let's see. Are there any dungeons I haven't done yet? Oh, you know what? I know something I haven't done. Oh, hey, buddy. It's this guy.
At your service, master. Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
You can alter this. Give you something to do.
So soon?
Yes.
Please do be safe on your journeys.
I will. Goodbye, Bach.
I've been waiting for your return. I've decided to leave the Round Table hold after all. As I mentioned, I'm off in search of the noble gold mask.
Okay, that actually makes sense. So you set the trigger up so that it happens automatically, like when you're casting it, like right after you activate your chainsaw spell, double will trigger.
May the golden order shine through you.
Hello there. What can I do for you?
Nothing, buddy. Okay.
Look who we have here. How delightful to meet a familiar face, even after departing the Round Table hold.
Totally.
I've been doing some learning of my own since then, actually, and will happily pass it along to you.
Okay. Nope, nothing for me, buddy.
Do you sport with me?
I do not sport with you.
It can be no other than the Gold Mask himself. Of course, I knew he would be close sincerest thanks. May the Golden Order shine through you.
Okay, so it's like situational the way it activates. But like the chainsaw like is the trigger. In this particular spell setup.
Eleonora. It seems I am no match for you. But
Yep, that's what it looks like.
nothing to myself. You see, I've sliced the finger off. Please. Please. Eleonora. Yield to the cessplant no longer. Do not stain the immaculacy of your sword. Your flesh. Your fire.
Nice. Yeah, there's definitely some context that I'm lacking here, although I kind of get what you mean. Okay. It's all good. You were talking about something you like to talk about. I get the same way myself sometimes. That's what it sounds like. I mean, just the concept of like a physics-based roguelike is very, very unique. Although I think it's cool because it derives from those like Flash games that like, I don't know, I used to play like a lot of Flash games and like computer courses and stuff in high school, and like there was one that was like a sort of sandbox proto Noita where you could just like take different substances that were represented by like pixels and you could like make them interact in different ways. Yeah, it definitely sounds like it. With like spells and like movement techniques adding a lot of depth. Oh yeah? You slew the guy? Which guy? Did you mean the Draconic Tree Sentinel? Just like in real life. I actually didn't know about the alchemy system. That's like really cool. Just like in real life. Yeah, I feel like water is pretty basic and anything involving chemistry, alchemy, or making substances react together. Uh, regardless of where Bach has been previously, as long as you've given him the sewing needle back at the coastal cave, like as long as you've given him the sewing needle, eventually he'll show up at Leondell Capital in that first building that you have the sit-down grace at. So I don't think you've missed anything with him. Just make sure that you get the your beautiful prattling pate at some point so that you can tell him he's beautiful and make sure that he doesn't go down a dark path that ends with him dying. That is funny because TF2. That's a very good observation. Who knew that Girardi was also real life? Oh, motherfucker. That is decidedly unlike real life. Seems to be very, very common in this world. God damn, I just aggroed everybody. Didn't see you there, buddy. I forget what's up here, so I will at least go here. That's crazy. Do you find that, like, resetting a bunch, if you don't like your starting loadout, is important in Noita? I suppose it's not unique among roguelikes in any way. Does sound like a funny way to instantly die. Okay, you know what? Fuck all of this. Fuck all of y'all. Okay, that's actually pretty cool. Sounds like one of the best possible uses of charm. Can you charm enemies to attack other enemies as well? Sweet. That is one of my favorite things to do in a game. I play an emulated classic EverQuest server called Project 1999, and one of my main characters is an enchanter, and that's like one of the big bases of being an enchanter in that game. It's just, I don't know, it's just cool to not attack directly at all and just be able to manipulate the battlefield on your own terms. Speaking of which, who wants to see me get my butt totally whooped by Elmer of the Briar? Holy shit, this was a bad idea. God damn, my volume is loud. Okay. Eggs that can give you permanently charmed enemies? That's actually really dope. Oh, well, that's actually not dope. That is basically all Zen Buddha has to say. You know, other Buddhas talk about things like achieving enlightenment, or, you know, like the ultimate fate of the universe, or, you know, emptiness, or things like that. But Zen Buddha is just all about, like, kill, kill, kill. Yeah, Summoner is awesome in Terraria. I might stream Noita at some point. My big project is making sure that I finish this build and beat the game by the time the DLC for Elden Ring comes out. So that'll be my main project for a little while, but I'm definitely open to the idea of streaming other games. There we go. Samog, it was exactly as you said. I just needed to listen to the words of Zen Buddha. Yeah, mainly it was just like an issue of like getting reacclimated to his attack patterns and just like being like watchful. It's one of those things that kind of like wakes you up for the second half of the game, like start really paying attention. Yeah, this is Hal. I want everybody to meet him. He's my bird. Yeah, but to get back to what you were saying, sorry, as you can imagine, I was super in the zone. Yeah, I've died numerous times, like really early game, just kind of firing wands because I'm too curious for my own good. And sometimes that doesn't always go well. Well, I guess I could kill Radon, too. Radon is another boss who has really long attack strings. This guy will just not be parry baited. Now he will. Yeah, delaying casting speed seems like it could be a huge problem. Especially for a game like Noito, where I feel like you have to be really reactive and alert.
sweet time. The plays
How
are on.
rude.
I'm waiting for the curtain. Let's give them a show to remember, eh? Just don't you go dying on me. For Ronnie's sake, too.
Champions! Welcome! The stars have aligned! The festival is nigh! General Radahn, mightiest demigod of the Shattering, awaits you! Champions! Prepare for battle! Defeat the General, claim glory, and grab that great rune! A celebration of war! The Radahn Festival!
Ah, you came. How delightful. Indeed, I thought I might find you here. By the by, do you know for whom this festival is being held? Well, it is none other than General Radahn himself.
Oh boy, really? It's for General Radahn?
Great champion of the Shattering. A demigod in the flesh. Oh, in truth, I quiver at the thought. Such is his frightful repute. But the fear simply assures me the ordeal is worth undertaking. Be sure to get a good vantage, my friend. I, Iron Fist Alexander, do hereby vow to unflinchingly brave this ordeal.
Well, I guess maybe recharge time sounds like it could be less of a problem just because you can kind of work it in to I don't know, like you just know when to move away a little bit because you're going to be reloading. And if your casting speed is high, then you can still do like a barrage of high damage really quickly. Bradon. So what would happen if you fused my dad, whose name is Brad, with Radon, whose name is Radon? There was something I wanted to do first. What was it? What the heck did I want to do? Right, because you're casting, I guess you're like using your like other spell while the previous spell is recharging. Yeah.
Did you read the letter left for you? That is the task the Volcano Manor desires you enact.
Yeah, I already did it.
Compensated once the deed is done. Good luck. If you are loath to hunt your own kin,
Beer
so
me,
be it.
Bradon.
But you must leave this house at once. This is a war against the Erd Tree. We have no place for them.
Nobody talks about giving Brad a beer anymore.
Clean hands. You've completed your task. I am pleased. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. This is your reward, as promised. Never forget that the recusant fights to tread the path of the champion. The way is tainted, but for this very reason, it is the true path to valor. Now you are I am pleased.
Have you ever heard any strange sounds here at the manor?
Yes.
Something beyond the walls. Like breathing or slithering scales. Oh, Fi, what am I saying? It just isn't possible. I must be tired.
I always resented these hands. That won't be they'll be dark. The tale of...
So, you've blooded your sword in the hunt. Then I shall introduce myself once more.
Hello, Dee Dee. It's all good.
Just like you.
You only missed me kicking huge amounts of ass.
Styled to our methods of slaughter. Why not add some to your repertoire? You've come to understand now, eh? To take power and make it his own. The recusant must hunt his own kind. To raise the flag of revolt against this sanctified pillaging.
I love to raise the flag of revolt against the sanctified pillaging.
Do is laugh.
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Well, until we meet again.
Later, bro. I know, it's super messed up. Imagine having to hunt your own kind. Couldn't be me. It's not like I've already been killing tons and tons of people. Basically anyone who gets in my way. Quadruple casts sound insane. You would have to have some really good luck to be able to get that. Yeah. I want to say I've gotten kind of used to it. I know that if you go another direction, you can get the Spirit Ash for Depraved Perfumer Carmon, but I don't want to, like, get even more lost. Yeah. It's literally so bad when, like, you have people casting Elden stars in PvP, and, like, it just tanks frame rate on the PS4. It's less of a problem on PS5 than it was for me when I was on PS4, but still, it's obnoxious as hell. Yeah, Depraved Pervert Carmon. I mean, that's basically what the Depraved Perfumers are. Ah, the classic roguelike shotgun. You're so right, Dee Dee. Every Souls game has to have its Blight Town. I forgot you were here. No! No! I got eaten. yeah, Blighttown is just like life. It's really awesome and cool, and you should enjoy it to the fullest. That's right. No, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't, bitch. Okay, that leads to a useless talisman. You guys are so persistent. Well, I am not averse to requests. Toma was saying I should stream Noita at some point. I would definitely be interested in streaming Cruelty Squad too. For the moment, the Beast Torch. You were telling me about this. Okay. Beast Torch. I think this is where the Beast Torch is sold. Hello. You better believe it. Extremely.
Did this aged merchant have something that caught your eye?
I did. It's a beast repellent torch. Cool. Yeah, I don't want any of that other crap. Okay. I had so much fun. Thanks for the opportunity. That's like my motto in life. Yeah. There are still things I don't remember as properly as I should, but there are also a lot of things that I just remember off the top of my head because I'm a fucking crazy person. Okay, I don't remember. Samog, does the torch have to be out and, like, lit in order for it to have the effect? Or can you have it on your back and it still has the repellent effect? Yeah, no, you should ask me anything because I fucking love talking about this game. Okay, so what does that mean in practice? Does that mean like, Oh my god, it worked. Oh my god, it fucking worked. Holy shit. Samog, you're a genius. Yeah, the beast repellent torch actually repels beasts. It's not just like a cosmetic thing. Or like a lore thing where it's like, this was used to repel beasts during the Beast Wars. I hate killing these cute little snakes. Oh yeah, delicious beasts, that yummy beast blood. Feasting on the beasts. Hacker voice, I'm in. Mr. Beast. I would be more than happy to. I like to interact with any and all snakes as long as they're snakes that handle well and don't... Fuck. Gross. Stop, please. As long as they're snakes that don't stress from being handled, because there are a lot of snakes that are like that. Like, I love rainbow snakes. They're really, really beautiful, but they stress a lot unless they're handled very carefully, so I probably would only look at one and not actually pet one. But like a ball python or like a corn snake or something, I would literally like keep it on my arm like for as long as I could. I love those little babies so much. Yeah, snakes are awesome. Snakes are my favorite animal. Even more so than bunnies, and I love bunnies. Although this is only limited to animal categories and not individual animals. My favorite individual animal is my cat, Miso the cat. Yeah. I tried it out and it worked and it was awesome and it made my run way fucking easier than it would have been otherwise. No, bad kitty. It is nice to own 3 cats, though. Me and my girlfriend have been talking a lot about getting another cat at some point. As long as it's a cat that Miso would be able to get along well with. Yeah. I figured you probably kept the same cat. Even if it did a really bad thing by fucking up your monitor. Yeehaw. Yeah, Miso's only 5 years old too, so he's still kind of a youngster. I feel like he would be able to get along well with a new sibling. Damn, you know a lot about Noita for only having 82.4 hours on up. Oh, baby. The kitties that I grew up with, Figaro and Cleo, they both lived to be really old. They were like 21 or 22 when their health problems got bad and we had to put them down. I love those babies so much. I actually took them to college with me and I don't know, they were just the light of the household always. Yeah, I can understand why people put like hundreds of hours into Noita considering the level of complexity you've suggested that it has to me. Will you just be good to that kitty in the meantime? Make sure that kitty has a nice little life. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. believe it or not, the thing that I was just doing was not actually the thing that I wanted to do. Okay. God damn this. If you, like, do anything resembling 100% run, this game just, like, throws fucking runes at you. Just a couple of bell bearings. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Let's get, like, 36 of these suckers. It's cool that there are, like, still bosses that you haven't fought yet. I love the feeling of, like, there still being things to explore even after you've beaten a game. Okay, no, yes, no, 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 yes, yeah, why not, no, no, yes, obviously. Yeah, maybe. That seems cool. Need more strength. Cute. There we go. Nice and organized. Was that the most exciting thing you've ever seen? It might have been. A boss that encourages you to make a wand that kills yourself because it copies your wands when you hit it. That's really dope. That's a really fun strategy. I don't know, those true knowledge orbs sound kind of worth it.
Well, where have you been hiding?
Around.
You for dead.
I am not dead.
It's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
Should we fuck around with this stupid gimmick weapon? Yes, we should. Let's stick at +5 and +12 for now. Cool. Okay, we'll save our sombers for now. Raptor Talon should be pretty fun. Yeah, let's just fucking go all in. Let's stow the OP weapons. Well, Raptor Talons are OP, but they're at least different. Oh, okay. Like the elemental orbs in Ancient Domains of Mystery. Yeah, Endure is for PvP. Impaling Thrust is for funsies. And we'll go Keen so we can buff it, because buffing it sounds fun. Can't really use any night sorceries yet, but that's fine, I think. Won't have intelligence for quite a few more levels. So the details don't matter. I don't really care about the horn bow yet. I have plenty of builds that don't get any intelligence, and they're very relatable.
I need to warn you about something.
Okay.
A while ago, someone started lurking in the wing on the opposite side of the round table.
Oh no.
I can hear, from all the way over there, the howling and wailing of spirits in fear of a curse. I can even hear the repulsive twisted malice in itself. A plethora of spirits in an unceasing cacophony. I can't even imagine.
I hate the howling twisted malice, son.
Much suffering inflicted to who knows how many souls. Not even the crafting caused anything like this to happen. You should keep your distance. I know you're strong, but please.
I will not be getting the Dung Eater ending, as amusing as it sounds. I've only ever gotten one ending, and I would love for you to guess what it is. And I've beaten this game multiple times, but I always get the same ending.
Have you ever felt the curse?
I especially can't do the Dung Eater path because that means that Blackguard Boggart dies, and I love that guy. I could never let that guy get hurt.
The reviled blessing.
That's right, the synth ending.
Apparently not. You are but a lamb, a stranger to defilement, ignorant of your own ignorance.
Well, that's rude.
No longer interests me. I've been long without peace. Don't spoil my quietude.
Well, the thing is, like, it's like Undertale or like Fire Emblem Three Houses, right? Where it's like the ending asks you to choose the path that like you personally like believe in the most. So Ronnie's path to me seems like the one which holds the most hope for actually changing things for the better in the lands between, because people aren't going to have their lives ruled over directly by tyrannical gods like Marika, and their horrible heredity, dynasty, monarchy things. That's fair. I mean, I don't think any of the endings are necessarily like bad endings, like not even really the Dung Eater ending. But I just happen to think that one is better than the other ones. Yeah, and there's not a whole lot of gameplay difference at all there. Yeah, I've never done any of the other routes in Three Houses. I'm ride or die for Edelgard. Dude, there is. Did you already beat Golden Man Godfrey? Hey, Claude is cool. I like Claude. You can spare Claude in Edelgard's route too, which is my favorite thing to do. But you cannot spare Dimitri, which is good because he is a bastard. Well, that's an efficient way to do things. I've already been walking past plenty of things in this run. Yeah, your dad has really good taste. It is definitely a happier ending than most. And also, it sounds like your dad is a pretty thorough Elden Ring player, so I imagine he probably did a lot of the quest lines and stuff. Graceless Tarnished. Well, you're very good at it. I was puzzling very hard over what Volcon Mantis and No Quimbertox and Sectoral chances were.
Is someone there? A customer? Well, how long has it been?
Yeah, I don't really need any of that. Well, you and I have a lot in common, because I enjoy typing words incorrectly, and playing an ironic character where I pretend to be less knowledgeable or understanding about a thing than I really am. Yes, irony is a fantastic comedic mode. We all love it. Oh shit, I need scholar's armament. You can't be fucking around here. No, Dee Dee, you're literally right. Like, the ending is literally Hubert writing a letter to Claude saying, hey, here's what our plan was all along, to kill the people who slither in the dark and have been, like, causing all of this shit. Like, the people who imprisoned Edelgard when she was young and experimented on her and shit. And, like, why the fuck is it Claude that gets to do that? Like, those should have been Edelgard's maps. I don't know if someone... I mean, my understanding is that Claude's route in Three Houses is pretty half-baked. So maybe they just felt like they needed a little bit more pizzazz for his route. And it came at the expense of Crimson Flower, which is a goddamn shame. Because a big part of Claude's route, from my understanding, is that, like, he really wanted to find, like, Rhea. Like, a lot of it's just about, like, finding what happened to Rhea. And it's like, Claude did not like Rhea. And, like, the first thing the only thing he ever says about her is, don't trust Rhea. Don't fucking trust Rhea. She's up to something. If the CIA knocked on my door and asked what was on the gay agenda, I would probably run. I would probably just start running and never look back. I figure probably confronting them head on would not be a good thing to do.
Here you are, my apprentice. Shall we commence the lesson?
I already have Scholar's Armament. Yep, that's right, Dee Dee. I ain't no snitch. Let's see, if it was Ronald Reagan, are you familiar with the sport wrestling? Like what people do in wrestling? Oh, this is nice. Oh, this is really nice. Yeah, I would use wrestling moves on him. Like, I would, like, drop kick him in the chest, and I would, like, do a suplex on him. Like, I would suplex him. Okay, before I get any more distracted, I better fucking do this.
Champions! Welcome! The stars have aligned! The festival! Are you good and prepared, young chum?
I sure am.
The festival begins. Before we begin, allow me to paint you the full picture.
You would destroy him. In a single sentence, you would have destroyed Ronald Reagan. He could not psychologically handle that.
General Radahn is cursed ever to wander.
He's cursed ever to wander. I like the way this guy talks.
Inside, by Melania's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone.
He would. He would straight up disappear.
Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog.
We love Leonard. Sweet little horsey.
Howling at the sky. But now, we must make merry.
O gathering of champions, the revels begin. The celebration of war. The Radahn Festival!
Leonard. Da 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 da. Whoa, dudes, I'm Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles. Cowabunga. Yeah, at this point I don't think you have any choice. I think Joe Vidron's gonna have to get involved. Your brother is clearly going ham. Alright, time to get totally fucked up right by Radahn. Oh, he was a nightmare pre-nerf. Fuck. The vac swing. Probably Biden. He has to eat a lot of corpses in order to maintain his ghoulish unlife. Yes, this was considered a huge deal in American discourse. the fact that a sitting president ate the garbage that's only fit for plebeians. Oh god, no. Yeah, killing Radon unlocks Ronnie's fate. Which I just did. Which I just fucking did. No big deal. Yeah, basically, since Ronnie is Karian, her fate is like literally written into the stars, and fate isn't just like destiny, it's like the ability to do things and like affect the world in some way. So by unlocking the stars, you literally get Ronnie's life moving again, where it's been at this point of stagnation for a really long time. This is also why you probably need to do it before going to Mikola's world in the DLC, because Mikola is implied to have his fate tied to amber stars, which, I don't know, we could, that would be a whole other conversation. Excuse me, I'm not a weirdo tarnished. I'm actually extremely normal and appealing. Most humanoids are, Toma. So if you ever have a Ronald Reagan on your hands, that would be one good way to deal with them. I managed to not lose my souls. That was my accomplishment for the day. Oh man, yeah, no, it's really neat that like the moon shows up just specifically for this fight, and you get like one of your few glimpses of the dark moon after it's done. It's just cool as heck.
Ah, good.
Hello.
I was waiting for you. Oh, what a sick way to fight, eh?
It was totally sick, dude.
By Radon. And you.
Well, mainly me.
Did you see that afterwards? Falling star right before our eyes. I can't fathom how Radon was holding back something of that scale. He was a living legend if ever I saw one. And the path has now been cleared. To Nokran, where Rani's fate will be decided. Let's meet where the falling star bit the earth. We'll take up our swords once more. For Mistress Rani.
Well, if you take over the world, like in the Age of Fracture ending, you don't really have any autonomy to reshape the world as you see fit. You're still enthralled to greater demiurgic forces that exist outside the Lands Between. And that just sounds really shitty to me. Doesn't that sound totally shitty? So I usually just try and throw off the yoke.
It was a battle.
Did you?
Well and truly
You're chaotic.
I, on the other hand, am nothing but a crock. One hit was all it took to crack me, and for my insides to come spilling out. After that, I hid like a coward, and as such, I can hardly stand to face one such as you. But don't you think I've given up just yet. As luck would have it, there's a veritable mountain of warriors' bodies right here. If I can just squeeze this bunch down inside me, I'll be a mighty warrior again in no time. And you know, the bodies found here are exceedingly fine. Who could expect any less from the very warriors who fought in the Shattering? The greatest of all wars. Just you wait and see, friend. I'll grow even stronger. Just you wait when next we meet.
And he will. He will learn to do as sure you can. Well, they don't really give the good ending to the disgusting beast with the furry head. He does not really have a very good ending in the Ronnie ending. It kind of can't be helped, though. It's basically some two fingers stuff that they do.
The bodies found here are exceedingly fine. Who could expect any less from the very warriors who fought in the Shattering? The greatest of all wars.
Maybe he just, like, cracks the seal, like, a little bit and stuffs the bodies into the, like, crevice there. Maybe he doesn't have to take it all the way off. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, as long as you're kidding. Alexander is an angel. I won't hear any slander against him. Poor clueless Blythe. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty common in speedruns from what I've seen, for people who are just trying to, like, min-max their power early. I mean, the Jar Shard Talisman is one of the strongest talismans in the game. But, I mean, again, like, when I play games, like, I really enjoy role-playing the moral choices. So, like, I've never killed Millicent. I always wait till the end of Alexander's quest line before, getting his talisman and stuff. I mean, everybody always goes like gaga over Millicent's prosthesis, but it's like fine, but you can just use the rotten winged curved sword insignia and it's literally just as good. Well, some people would say that my way of playing the game is the boring way. I'll leave that up to your judgment. Yeah, using both is definitely the strongest if you're doing like a multi-attack build, but I don't know. I'm not much of a min-maxer when it comes to most things in this game. Oh, I am so excited. I'm about to get, well, not about to, but unlocking Nokron and Noxtella means that I'm close to getting my favorite weapon in this run. A web series. That's hard for me to define. Trying to think of like what I watch that's like a web series. Machron. Generally if I'm gonna watch something online, and it's not like a produced like television type series, it's probably gonna be like a talk type thing. Like I watch VCR Party Live every week, where they just talk about like weird stuff they find on old VHS tapes. And I watch like other Elden Ring YouTubers, like an absolute ton. Like I always watch like Saint Riot, Lost, Ouroboros, people like that. Oh, webcomics. My favorite webcomic is a webcomic called It Hurts by an artist named Gobo Latula. Oh, yeah, okay, you're right. Like, Chinese television definitely counts as web series. It's an incredibly painful read, Toma. It's extremely visceral, I would say, but it's also one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen written. I don't know. It came to me in a time in my life where I was just really experiencing like a lot of pain and like hardship and a lot of things that I had believed in were sort of like crumbling before my eyes. Like it was just like an absolutely dark time in my life. And I don't know, it was really, really comforting. Well, I mean, there's no accounting for personal preference. If you prefer things that aren't particularly sad, like, I wouldn't strongly recommend it. But I like things that have a good balance of being sad and being happy / hopeful. I'm not a particularly morose person, so hey, I'm glad you have a great life. Everyone deserves that. History documentaries on YouTube are really, really good. My favorite one that I've watched recently is the one about a man named William Buckley, who wound up in Australia at the beginning of colonization, and he ended up living among Aborigines after a series of misfortunes, and like integrating into their culture a lot, and it was like really like beautiful and like interesting, and just like, I don't know, it had a good message at the end. Ah. A poorly written character in fiction. Truly. I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. I don't know. I don't have like a lot of patience for That's not a bad strategy, honestly, especially since you can just like hard swap. Calm down. So I think I have an answer. There are probably other characters I could think of where I don't like the writing. But in Fire Emblem Three Houses, I really hate how Claude is written, because he's supposed to be this Machiavellian tactical mastermind, but the way they write him, he doesn't really do anything that involves any kind of like strategy or like forethought at all. Like he just kind of stumbles blindly around, not really doing anything of importance until his story just kind of comes to an end. Is that not what happened with Drake and Kendrick? Yeah, you can see how that would be disappointing, right? Wow, what an enticing and beautiful ancestral spirit home. I can't wait to ignore it and come back to it later. Yeah, family heads are not super great. I actually figured that out on my first playthrough. I don't know, I was just being like obsessive with exploring, and I found the place, like I had found the ancestral infant head, and I thought that was like a really cool thing to find, so wanted to see if there was anything else like it, and I ended up jumping down to where you can go to the earlier area and fight the dragonkin and stuff. Yeah, no, I mean, you only can know about so many things, you can only have an opinion on so many things. There is a garbage talisman on the way. And once you descend to the bottom, you can get my favorite spell in this entire game, the Great Oracular Bubble, which I didn't end up using for a really long time, and then I made a build around it, and it turned out to be super fun. Thank you. I think I'm a pretty great twist villain as far as these things go. You know, you think I'm all nice and pleasant and stuff, and then wha-bam, villainy. Hey, I mean, I've dropped my tracks. I have my whole poetry collection released on Google Docs. That's a good point, Toma. Why not just be totally quiescent and let terrible things happen to you and not be able to live your life the way you want to? Yeah, I feel like Kendrick had the advantage there because everyone knows what a fucking horrible person like Drake is. Like, it's not this like secret. Like, people have been talking about it for as long as I've been hearing about Drake almost. So I don't I don't know why people thought that it was going to be this like really, really close battle or whatever. I also don't think that Drake is really that talented. I just don't like his music very much. I can't say I listen to a whole lot of Kendrick Lamar either, but what I've heard is pretty competent. Papyrus Mario. I've heard that's a great game. This Viridian character must be really cool. You know, I think I remember liking a character of a similar name myself.
It was thee, not blithe it seemeth. Even in my slumber I sensed it. It is in thy possession, is it not? The hidden treasure of Nokron. My thanks. Finally all the
He should just release all of the unreleased ones. It's not like they're gonna be friends at this point. It's not like he's spoiling anything.
But before I leave, I shall entrust thee with this. My thanks for thy sterling efforts. A strange gift, perhaps. But a rare sort such as thee would welcome it, I'm sure. I am certain now. Fate steered us to our reunion. I must thank
Paper Marty is dope. I've really been enjoying the remake.
It was but brief. But thou gavest me fine service.
This is the pre-DLC, in that it will eventually have a DLC, but right now there's not a DLC. I like getting the timepiece, it's nice. I don't think I finished dialogue with her. She's supposed to be like tsundere and be like, oh no, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. Thanks though.
What is it? You may go. I too am to depart on a journey. Upon the dark path.
Only I can tread on the dark path. You have to go away. Stop looking at me. Go away. Yeah, I'm a pretty big Modern Ring fan. Also, welcome, Anthony Pants. It's always nice to have you along. It's a nice hat, right? I've never really been able to use it in a build before, but this one was just the right one. Well, it is pretty darn late, and I really appreciate your attendance, Dee Dee. Thank you so much, and I will definitely see you at the next one. Get some good sleep. She broke character. It's so messed up. Big Meech, takest thou this timepiece? I don't know, Tama. Fortnite has a lot of mainstream appeal. I think I'm more of a niche acquired taste. Did you know that Mario and Luigi both have pronouns because they're brothers? Isn't that beautiful? Miniature Ronnie.
Oh, a dogged fellow, aren't we? Or is it merely thy habit to talk to dolls? Fine. Fine.
She's so great. She's literally perfect.
But now the cat is out the bag. I cannot allow thee thy freedoms. Perform for me a service as
I appreciate your sacrifice, Toma. If you need to change position or I wouldn't want you to develop orthopedic problems from watching my incredible streams.
Perform for me a service as recompense. Eliminate the baleful shadows which prowl these lands. The name of Rani the Witch is already sullied by thee. I will not brook disobedience in this matter.
Sin, sin, sin. Sin, sin, sin. Oh boy, here's this freaking guy. You were very astute to have noticed that. Ronnie and I really have a strong roommate relationship. There's just so much passion in the way that we take turns doing dishes and cover each other's laundry once in a while. Nice. Yeah, your internet was being really fussy the other day. I'm glad that you've got a better situation, even if it's just being on 4G or 5G or whatever you're accessing through. I think this is the way. Hi there, inexplicable frenzied flame person. Flower thing. I've been taking comp TIA classes and yeah, the ant problem is a classic problem that happens with people's internets. I'm very sorry to hear that you've been afflicted by it too. I'm lucky to have a computer that's pretty awesome. It's nothing flashy, but it gets the job done. Right now, freelancing. I've been doing freelance translation projects, and also this dumb search engine rater stuff that's like, I don't know, like piecework for like $15 an hour. You have to like help determine which websites meet search criteria properly. Definitely not French. Japanese is the only other language I'm proficient in. Ah, fort, knight. It's definitely useful for me. There's a pretty good market for entertainment products from Japan, so it's easy to get clients. I'm helping a woman who's doing like a biographical YouTube series on Kimi Honda, who was the wife of Ishiro Honda, who made the Godzilla movies, and just talking about like her career and stuff like that. Probably me. I think I'm my most active chatter. If someone says something, I'm likely to say something back. You're gonna have to check it out. Pretty cool stuff is out there for those who are willing to dive deep. I don't know, is that a lot? Yeah, when I was in college, I studied abroad for a semester. It was really, really awesome. I am severely looking forward to going back. I figured. I was just playing along. Goodbye, malformed star, baby Estelle. That's a pretty big question, Samog. If you want to learn more about what is Japan, read the manga Basara. Yeah, I just have a laptop, so I really only have the one. I'm playing on our television screen right now. So I guess that's like having two monitors. Yeah, I haven't checked out Gene yet. Yeah, PS5. PlayStation. I know, it's such a graphics intensive game. I don't know how I do it either. It's just one of those little miracles. Given how many things I already want to read and check out, I don't know if I'll get to something that's described as being just okay.
Well, where have you been hiding?
In places.
No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms then.
$568 pixels. Truly a new age has dawned.
Back already, no matter.
Yeah, Guilty Gear is fucking amazing. The new one is like the best too. My girlfriend really likes fighting games a lot, so we end up watching a lot of Guilty Gear around the house. Faust is fantastic. A very old school friend. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the description sounds really good, Samog. Like, but I'm sure that it comes with its fair share of downs too. Man, Beard sure loves to argue. That dude is great at like taking things that don't need to be an argument and turning them into an argument. Oh yeah, Bridge is awesome. I love her theme song, London Bridge is Falling. Well, imagine, if you will, a scarce few months ago, I was on Blue Sky, and I was talking about how much I like FF4. And Beard was like, FF4 is the worst Final Fantasy. And I'm like, wow, this guy has to be smoking crack or something. How could anybody arrive at such an incorrect opinion? I don't know. I would use fugue casually to mean something like a marathon or something like that. I mean, that's kind of how I read Passaro. Like, I just couldn't freaking put it down. Like, every free second that I had at work at my old job, I was just reading Passara. Well, if you don't like Final Fantasy, then I forgive you. You know what? I'd probably better get around to that. I think it's time for that. Favorite religion? That's a really tough one. Probably my personal one that I've cobbled together from a syncretic collection of a bunch of different ideas that I've come into contact with that basically reflects like how I see the morals and realities of everyday life reflected in the cosmos. That's probably my favorite, but that one's a little bit hard to sell other people on since it exists in my brain and not like socially.
Pleased to see you again. Would you like me to hold you once more? Now, come closer.
Well, you would like Jodo Shinshu, which is Pure Land Buddhism. It's mainly Japanese outgrowth of Buddhism that would say that you would still go to paradise even though you don't think about religion at all and don't engage in any religious practice, because it would be really stupid to send people to one of the like countless Buddhist hells just because they didn't know or particularly care about religion, or they weren't attuned to all that stuff. That's a pretty good way to be. I encourage you to remain that way, unless life sends you asking or sends you searching for something deeper.
My dear, might I ask something of you?
Sure.
Could you please find the owner of this dagger and return it to them?
I will.
A certain person gave it to me as a gift.
Will you tell me who the certain person was?
It must have a special place in the owner's heart. So
Just changing the subject, huh? Okay, that's fine.
if you wouldn't mind.
I watched some of that Vampire Hunter D OVA. It was pretty good. It was pretty edgy, but it was pretty good.
Dear Roger likes to talk of it when abed. The ancient plot in which the first of the demigods was slain. The black knives wielded by the assassins who committed the act, along with the impressions they made, somehow hide the truth of the conspiracy. Dear Roger, the black knife, along with the... I'd like you to find the owner of the dagger I gave you.
I think it was okay for Ronnie to orchestrate the Night of the Black Knives. Sometimes you just have to do something like that.
Then good day to you, my dear.
If he is so sinister, it must have a special place in the owner's heart. She's talking about killing him. She's gonna freaking kill Dee. Sega does what Nintendo.
Hello there.
Hi.
What can I do for you?
You can die for me.
Well, what have we here? How did you get your hands on that dagger?
Very carefully.
Well, that hardly matters. I know very well whose dagger it is. Why don't I return it to them for you? Good work bringing this to me.
Geonodi Dyna. Maybe. Probably, yeah, I would say maybe. Maybe Geonodi Dyna. Oh, you asked me what my favorite web series was earlier. I can't believe I didn't have the answer ready for you. It's Homestar Runner. Homestar Runner is my favorite web series of all time. That's like the best shit ever. You have. You popped right in. I was particularly pleased. I mean, I don't really care if people watch my streams. It's not like a thing I would want people to feel obligated to do, but if people enjoy it, it makes me really happy. Right, Anthony? Isn't it so? It's so good, and it's stayed consistently good for decades at this point. I don't know. I still watch certain ones on a pretty embarrassingly regular basis. I know Murder Drones is your big thing. You were talking it up a bunch the other day.
Finally, it is returned to its rightful place. The stolen Hallowbrand of the exalted noble.
Well, I haven't tried rabbiting steel yet, but I have thought about it every time you've mentioned it. I've had the exact thought, the cat in the suit, with the newspaper, kind of looking up from it. I should try Rabbit and Steel today. Eventually that'll come true. Maybe tomorrow.
Who humbly live in death, live in waiting, to one day welcome our Lord. What right does
The SB Mail soundtrack is great. I love the They Might Be Giant song 200 SB Mails. I agree with the OP. Okay, we are not burning through Noxtella just yet. The main reason I wanted to get through that part of the quest so early was so I could get this beautiful wing of Estelle. 200 spemails, exhausting just a thing. Kids, don't play with too many knives. Come on, crack. Stuntman's gonna save some lives. Well, you must be in a hella different time zone, since it's like 3 a.m. here. I'm going way, way later than I expected to, but I'm having a lot of fun, so... I mean, correct typing is so overrated. Well, if you want to hang out with your family, you should tell them to watch my stream. I'm sure that they would love watching a weird person for the internet play a video game that exactly one of them knows anything about.
What are you looking at? Oh, you again, is it? Perfect bloody timing, Ashley. I got crab cooked up fresh.
That's actually funny. My friend Melanie asked me the other day who my favorite Smiling Friends character was, and I immediately answered Pim, and she was like, that's not surprising. Clearly they're afraid of the truth.
Never met someone with a taste for crab.
The eldritch truth that my streams exclusively reveal to the world. Time for so much crab.
Marika's tits. You must be hungry.
This guy just says whatever the heck is on his mind. He's not censoring himself for anybody.
For everyone. Curses him. Goes round in his rank armor and all. You see him though. Stay, well, away. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand.
Your mom must be really cool if she watched Eldenring lore videos. That's pretty cool in my book.
He's a killer. Kills people.
Gunther.
And curses the souls. Does all sorts of shit to the corpses. To keep them cursed forever. I ain't seen nothing more disgusting in all my years. I ain't never been more scared neither.
Have you ever considered that that's just your biased cultural perspective, Boggart? What if the curse is actually good? Well, I suppose that raises the question of exactly how much he was able to comprehend. I know, poor Morgott. If only he had been like his brother Moog and embraced the thing that ended with a horn jabbing his eye out. So about that, I was using weapons that were like really heavy, so this just made the most sense. Plus it's also from the set that I was using previously. But you're right, this could give people the wrong impression, so we should consider discretion. That's nice and discreet, right? Okay, let's see. Useless weapon. You're gonna have to change positions at some point. And get banned from YouTube? Not likely, buddy. That's me. That's when I died. It was really stupid. Why did I do this? Oh, so it would be appropriate if I had a guy character. Guy boobs are okay on YouTube. You can. I think. I've really never tried because I only play girl characters generally. Ah, I see. Seems reasonable. Really? It works for the basilisks? That's cool that you made your profile picture. I did not make my profile picture, but I edited it from sprite art of Toho. Holy shit. That was really unfortunate. Thank you. I need the power of F's in the chat right now in these difficult times. Get away. I'm working on some neck fixing technology. We'll see what we can do. Oh my god, what a cool fucking weapon. I love this so much. Yeah, I figured that was where that behavior came from. We did it! Holy shit! Yeah, dude, this weapon is super Funyun. I think it would be pretty cool if a falchion was from space. I think it'd be a little something like this. You got any scripted things to throw at me, you little guys? Oh boy, yay, my favorite person, Hillary Clinton. Well, thank you. That's an incredibly kind thing to say. Or an incredibly unkind thing to say. Those are the popular things that youngsters nowadays say, or so I understand. Have you, let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a viral video that Stephen Colbert produced? It's called Skibbity Biden. Oh good, I'm so glad. Everyone deserves a chance to see that at least once in their lives. Well, I'm sorry about your dog, but you know, sometimes sacrifices have to be made for artistic achievement. Well, of course you don't have a dog because your dog died, right? There weren't too many seconds of it, Anthony. It's not good. It really sucks, but speaking of things that really suck, the F stands for fuck. No, it stopped. Swag much? So my favorite fictional character, I know I've been mentioning this game nonstop. I promise I have other interests, but Edelgard from Fire Emblem Three Houses is my favorite fictional character of all time. She's the best. She's everything to me. I have made a cosplay of her in this game as well, if you want further proof of my obsession. Feel free to check out the video that I have made about this cosplay. No, not even once. She's the type of person who's driven heavily by empathy and compassion towards others, so that's not really within her wheelhouse, is what I would say. Well, with the advent of popular series like Five Nights at Freddy's and Poppy's Playtime and other things that I don't really know anything about, it's not too crazy to imagine that there are characters out there who do things like that. I might be, like, underleveled for this fight, like, a little bit. I think this fight is supposed to fuck you up since it's literally 2 Crucible Knights, but I mean, this is like +5. Like, you'd think that it'd be a little bit more. I see. Goodbye. Well, let me ask you this about your Murder Drones character. Was the kid okay? Like, did they live? Well, that's unfortunate. What a senseless waste. Well, say what you will about the web series, but it sounds like it delivers on the promises made by its title. Well, look, feel free to keep spamming attacks. It's perfectly fine for you to continue spamming attacks as much as you want. Anthony, if you end up needing a new F key for your keyboard after this, don't worry, I will cover the cost of its replacement. Thank you. This is true. I am having a bit of an armor-free run here. I'm just not reading these parry windows. Well, so this is going to be the last time I fight these guys for now, if I don't end up killing them right away. Because this is, what's the word? Tedious, I think is appropriate. It could be that it's approaching 3:30 a.m., and I might just be a little bit tired for a fight like this, too. Welcome back. You have joined just as I've decided to give up. If SpongeBob said that to me, I'd be like, SpongeBob, it sounds like you're saying some 1:30 a.m. type stuff to me. Sounds like you got a case of the old 1:30 a.m. brain. But I would forgive SpongeBob because I'm an extremely easygoing person. Well, Anthony, they're the people who hold up the entirety of society. Oh, a typo. Okay. So not the noble workers who work for all and feed all, but like a toilet. That'd be a fun and different kind of take. I have never been that far west. I've always been an East Coaster type of gal. Oh, I know. It's, very gauche. See, it wasn't that a much more satisfying end to a stream than me getting my ass kicked by 2 Crucible Knights. New Jersey seems, and I'm being charitable here, cool? I don't really gamble, so I don't know about Las Vegas, though. I don't really have any interest in being there. Okay. You've seen my streaming style. You know I'm capable of answering any riddle. Lay 'em on me. Want to know where my dad got shot? That's right, Florida. It was a bad scene. Apartment. Yeah, he, this was in 1993 or 4, I want to say. And I don't know, he was just living a much different life back then, let's say. My home house is me and Marceline. Hell yeah. I'm glad your dad lived to teach another day. My full legal name is Vivian Magic Mirror, and my home areas is 123 Fake Street.
I shall depart to ascertain the purpose I was given. Farewell. I shall leave Torrent, and the power to turn runes into strength. Here, with you, I wish you luck in realizing your ambition.
Well, thanks for hanging out, Melina.
And hard. I have no doubt you will become Elden Lord. May you take the throne.
Bok The seamster at your service, master. Ready to make adjustments to your garments.
My soul's intake threshold of candid statement. Pretty high, I would say. But not so high. There are things about myself that I must never divulge to anyone. The darkest secrets imaginable.
Master.
Well, thank you. Those were great riddles. You would make an excellent sphinx.
I don't really have the words for this, but I was so
Well, you will have a reprieve from your neck hurting soon, because I really, really, really need to go to bed.
I know it, I do. I feel it in my bones. Oh, go in, please do be.
But before I do go, I want to thank each and every one who came to this stream and made it really, really fun. I enjoy playing this game, and I could easily do it in total silence just talking to myself, but it's really fun to have people along. So thank you very much, and please feel free to attend the next one. Good night and good morning. Bye.